The $6 million man won't be seen tonight, so we can bring you a very special episode of The Gen X Files. Welcome to The Gen X Files. I'm Jim.
I'm Adam.
And today's show is all about
Fire and Ice.
Ho, 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 baby.
Yeah.
Whamp, whamp.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this movie in the theater. I was a huge sword and sorcery guy.
Yeah.
Loved Conan. Loved sword and sorcery, strangely enough. The movie we've talked about tons of times.
Right,
Lee
right.
Horsley getting crucified.
Yeah.
All those movies. You have a sword? You have a sorcerer?
Yeah.
I am in. So I was pretty excited about this movie. The trailers kind of hyped me up. Huge fan of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Bakshi's Lord of the Rings.
Stuff, yeah.
So I was one of the 6 people that saw it in the theater. And man, did I not like that movie. Even then, I was just like, damn, this is such a wasted opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted this movie to be so much better than it was.
Yeah.
It just made me sad because it looked so good.
The rotoscoping was great. The battles were really cool. The
Fighting was so good. Yeah.
Fighting was great. The hand-painted backgrounds were beautiful.
Oh, gorgeous.
But I believe that this suffered from what so many of his movies suffer from is the PG limitations.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if he signed on to do it, wanted to do it, was like, oh, let's make an accessible movie for everybody. But a movie where somebody gets shot in the chest with an arrow and there's no blood.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to have blood, don't have blood.
Yeah.
Don't have little instances of blood because it's confusing.
Right.
And it's just, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you got to have characters that you care a modicum of care is all you need.
Give me a reason to care for them.
Give me a tiny bit of character development.
Yeah.
Just anything. It just zipped through all of these scenarios, all of these interesting characters, these monsters and stuff. It was ancillary. And what ended up on the screen was kind of like a mediocre sword and sorcery light.
Yeah, I mean, it essentially was like a longer episode of He-Man. I mean, it was like, okay, like it just kind of happened, and there it was, and then it's done.
At least He-Man has character development.
It does.
We know about Prince Chung Chung or whatever his name is. What is his name?
I'm sorry, who?
Prince Chung Chung?
Prince Adam?
Prince Adam. Oh, of course. Of course.
What the hell? All right.
I was a little old for He-Man. I don't remember. I remember Master's, the Master at Arms. Wasn't there a guy named Master?
Yeah, there was Master at Arms.
Yeah.
It was, I don't remember his whole name.
And some weird little wizard guy. He's like, blip, blip, blip.
Orko. That was Orko.
Orko.
Orko was like the sitcom, the equivalent of like the sitcom Bringing in the Kids, because he came in way later.
Yeah.
Because he was just this tiny little magician that could do anything.
Well, but that's also something that was missing from this movie, was some comic relief.
Yes.
You needed a band. When you have a movie about rescuing a princess and two warring factions of fire and ice.
Yeah. I mean, literally diametrically
Make
opposed.
it a quest, man. I love the character of Dark Wolf.
Dark Wolf, yeah.
I even remember back then because I was always attracted. Well, you know.
You can say it, Jim. It's okay. Say it. You can say it.
Drawn to the kind of scoundrel ancillary characters, whether it was Han Solo or Dark Wolf. It was the guys that came in that were like, I'm just going to do this because I'm doing it. You know, it wasn't the...
Well, from the second he came on screen, he was mysterious, and you were like, he's there for a purpose.
Super dynamic with his glowing eyes.
You know that there was a reason he was there.
Yeah.
It's like, this guy is interesting, and he's going to show up because he has a mission.
So, being the amazing storytellers that they are... They keep him on screen for 6 minutes and then disappears for 45.
Yeah.
But it
does manage to save our hero over and over and over again.
Yes. Johnny Deus Machina.
Johnny Ponytail gets saved by
Johnny effing Ponytail, man.
Oh, man.
The blandest, most generic hero of any movie. And again, the most generic and bafflingly odd damsel in distress as well.
I disagree with you about the PG rating. I think that with the PG rating, this still could have been a good movie.
Well, he did it with Lord of the Rings, so I get it.
The problem I had was that the script was very thin, and the character development was zero. And on top of all that, the characters make the stupidest choices I've ever seen.
Yes.
From the very beginning, when Necron is jizzing out all the ice flows and stuff.
So gross.
It's such a weird scene. But then the guys are all just standing there like, well, what do we do? And then it knocks down their wall and they all die. And it's like, well, run? Yeah. Maybe you should have ran. I don't know.
Well, you know who didn't die?
Well, he pretended to for a long time.
Oh, Necron. Yeah. Necron and his little ponytail. And
he just reminded... There were so many things in this movie that reminded me of stuff from Heavy Metal.
Yeah.
That I was like, Heavy Metal just did this so much better.
Yes. Look, the last section of Heavy Metal with the woman warrior and, there wasn't a ton of character development either, but it was fascinating. It
felt like you were on her journey.
Yes.
Like you were there with her.
Yes.
She had a purpose. She was doing something. And it did, from the first second that the Tigra, the princess, and Johnny Ponytail see each other. Yeah. Well, she sees him, I guess.
Yeah.
But he's up in the tree, and I was like, okay, finally. They're going to get, he's going to jump down. They're going to have an adventure together. No. Separated still for like 20 minutes.
Yep.
And then they get back together, and then they're separated again. And then they get back together, and then they're separated again.
But that's the thing. It's like, come on, dudes.
Yeah.
This is like Keystone Cops. It's just like, how many times do we have to lose the princess, get the princess, lose the princess, get the princess?
Over and over. And it's like that right there was like, you should have sat down and come up with something else.
It should have been a group, the greatest fantasy films, books, whatever. There is a little cabal that joins up. A group of adventurers that find each other along the way.
With my axe.
Yes. And they move towards rescuing or whatever it is. But there was no urgency. There was no resolution. There was just nothing in this script, in this story, that progressed things along in any real... cogent way.
It was great because when the witch lady shows up and she has Tigra, and then the bad guy comes in and kills her, and Jim literally just goes, "Well, she was entirely inconsequential.
So much.
What was the point of that?"
And one of the most interesting characters in it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna
the big dumb guy.
Yes.
Yeah. I would have loved to have seen more of them.
Yeah, but no, big dumb guy come in, and then look, big dumb guy is like the strongest warrior, rips chains, and then these incompetent, goofy
subhumans,
orcs, whatever the hell they're.
Yeah.
Ice orcs, I call them.
Yeah.
Ice dorks.
Ice dorks. Yeah.
They kill him with one
stabby in the back.
Yeah. Oh, big scary guy, and then they come in and they just kill her, and then she comes back.
That was a perfect example of how the pacing was a problem in this, because he shows up at the door and she's like, or whatever, like what's going on, like what's your thing, and literally has like a 5-minute conversation with, then he finally falls over, and it's like you lost the entire point of him getting stabbed in the back and it being a surprise.
Right.
Like there was too much of that in this movie.
Yeah.
There was just, the pacing was so odd.
And it's a shame too, because the makers of this, the artists in this, are really interesting.
Oh yeah.
And I think Bakshi is the least interesting when he's saddled to a studio or trying to make something for the masses.
Yeah, I think he was trying too hard to make it accessible to everybody.
And it is accessible to no one.
Yeah, and he should have stuck with it. I think a lot of his early stuff, because he was known as the smut guy, a lot of his early stuff, I think he was trying to get away from that and trying to be like, no, I can do good family stuff, and like, it's an adventure. But
he has no talent for that.
I agree.
Unfortunately. I mean, his talent lies in telling urban stories that he experienced through his youth.
Yeah.
It's telling difficult stories about difficult characters in difficult situations, adult situations,
right,
that challenge your lily white sensibilities or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Love them or hate them, think they're racist or not, at least they're challenging, and there is an artistic element to them.
Right.
That I respect.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Wizards is a perfect example of that.
Perfect.
Which is essentially this exact same story, just told in a much better way.
Yeah.
And it's them having to go defeat the evil. I mean, that was the whole thing, is they have to go defeat the evil. And again, when they get the, like, dragon riders or whatever, and they all fly into at the end, and it's like, oh, look at that. They all get picked off one by one.
Yeah.
Again, entirely inconsequential.
All of the dorks just threw rocks on their heads. They're flying so fast.
Which, by the way, they stole from the main character doing that earlier.
Yeah.
When and it's like, okay, we already saw that.
Yeah.
It was weird because it just felt very lazy and
So lazy.
and it's like it just made me sad.
The most generic bad guy.
Yeah.
The most generic two kingdoms. I mean, how simple can you be? Fire and ice. I mean, come on. Why not just call it good and evil?
I know.
Because and the thing that is so stupid that negates everything about this movie is that at any time Johnny Fire could have just released the lava.
Johnny Kingfire could have easily ended it in the first 10 minutes.
Because he did it, not caring a lick about the princess, or he didn't know the princess.
Did not even give a reason why he didn't do it at first. Like, at least give me a reason, like, oh, it's going to destroy the village. We have to get everybody out first, or something.
Yes.
Like something.
Anything.
And it didn't even matter because they ran all the lava out and then everybody was fine anyway.
As you can tell, we love this movie.
I am the hardest on things that I want to be good.
Yes.
And this had such potential to be better.
I knew that at 13, man.
Yeah.
And there is garbage in the sword and sorcery. There is so much.
My God, bad garbage. Yeah.
But that garbage is even more interesting than this.
Yeah.
Beastmaster, more interesting than this.
I loved Beastmaster.
Well, everybody did because that boobs. But
I was 11 when I saw it. Yeah.
Sword and Sorcery with Richard Mall as the bad guy.
Yeah.
And Lee Horsley is the good guy. Is even more interesting than this. Conan, the second one, which was
garbage.
Absolute garbage. When you had Wilt Chamberlain, it was just even that. It looks like an Oscar-winning movie next to this.
Yeah.
And you're right. It is so sad because there is art there. There is something there.
There's so much potential.
Yeah.
And it just needed a better story.
Look, if crap is crap. But these are artists that should know better.
Yeah.
And they should also know if a story's working or not. And it's like, good God, man, did you just want the most generic, boring, easy story to tell?
I'm going to place most of the blame on the writers, but Ralph Bakshi should have known better. Yeah. I mean, he should have known that this was not. I think he got too caught up in working with a friend of his, and just being probably yesed by everybody, and it was it just turned into garbage.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it before we blow a gasket.
It's funny. Before we started talking, I liked it more than I do now. So.
Well, maybe we'll get back to liking it a little bit as we talk about it more.
All right. Take yourself back to 1983.
Oh, yeah. Right before 1984.
Correct.
The last year of
normalcy?
Political normalcy, yes.
August 7th, Soviet authorities passed harsher punishments for drunkenness and absenteeism, responding to public calls to curb high rates of alcoholism.
As somebody who visited communist Russia just a few years later, mission not accomplished.
Fail. Yeah.
Every place we went, there were these, 7-Up bottles of vodka.
Oh, wow.
Everywhere.
Wow.
They just wanted to keep us drunk. Every time, they would meet us with shots.
Oh, wow.
They would, we would go on a troika ride, and they'd give us shots before and shots after. They just were like, if we keep them drunk, maybe they'll believe all of the propaganda.
They won't notice how crappy it is.
Yes. Oh, we did. Oh, we had some scumbags there. I remember there was this, there was a lot of snooty Richies on the trip. And I remember this one girl was super pissed about her manicure that she got, that she paid a ruble for, which is 8 cents.
Yeah.
And it was like, lady, and the food, everybody bitched and moaned like they were in America. And it was
you're not going to get the greatest food in communist Russia.
It was awful. I lost so much weight being in communist. I remember I have never tasted and loved food more when we started and ended the trip in Finland. We flew into Finland, because you can't directly fly into Russia from America, at least back then.
Because
it was communist.
You can now. They welcome you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yes. But so when we got back to Finland, man, we all decided we were going to go to Pizza Hut for dinner.
Oh, nice.
And on the way to Pizza Hut, I stopped at McDonald's and ate a burger.
Nice.
I stopped at a street vendor and had a hot dog.
Wow.
I stopped at an ice cream place and ate an ice cream.
Wow.
And then went to Pizza Hut and ate an entire pan pizza by myself. And I have never been more satisfied by food in my life. It was so incredible. It's crazy just how bland and awful. All I ate was like cheese and black bread.
Oh, no. Boiled potatoes
borscht.
and rotten meat.
You didn't eat the meat, man. The meat was like the tongue of a shoe, It was so just chewy and gristly and nasty. And the thing that was so sad, and I never complained about it, and I tried to eat it, because we were getting the best food that they had.
Right, and it was still garbage.
And it was, I, like you, when I travel, I like to sneak off and meet the locals.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot about Russia by sneaking off and meeting locals. And man, did they not have it good. I can't.
Yeah.
The fact that there were so many nice folks in Russia that were so oppressed, it changed my view on so many, because we were taught as kids, like Russia evil.
Evil, yeah. They want to destroy America.
And that's when you're first like, well, no. The Russian government's evil. The people are just pawns. And I met some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life in Russia. Anyway, sorry for the bump.
That was the speed bump. All right. August 17th, President Reagan authorizes construction of the Los Angeles Metro Rail. It begins operations on July 14th, 1990.
Well, better late than never.
Yeah.
I need some jelly beans. What's my name again?
I don't. Nobody knows.
Okay, I pooped.
August 18th, Hurricane Alicia hits the Texas coast, killing 22 and causing over $5.3 billion in damage.
Oh, hurricanes.
Yeah.
When will they ever learn?
Yeah, never. They're just going to get stronger and kill us all.
Yay.
August 19th, Fire and Ice is released in theaters.
Fire and ice, baby, fire and ice.
Pretty sure by August 20th it was pulled.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I was there opening
night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully I theater bounced and had a better...
I imagine that even if you just saw something for free afterwards, you got your money's worth.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't walk out.
After Wizards, Bakshi directed an animated adaptation of The Lord of the Rings, released in 1978.
First video I ever rented.
Oh, nice. He shot much of the film in live action, then rotoscoped over the actors, a technique he used in Wizards for some of the big fight sequences. The movie would make $32.6 million against a $4 million budget, but wasn't enough to warrant a sequel to finish the story.
Finish what story?
They only based it on the first two books.
Oh shit! I'm thinking Fire and Ice.
No. Lord of the Rings. Remember, it's famously 3 books.
I was so bummed about that, man. I was so bummed that they didn't finish it.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense because it made a ton of money. I mean, especially on the budget it had.
Yeah,
and they were just like, no.
Studios are stupid.
I know. I think it was probably there was a change in head of production or something.
Of course.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah, I know.
Anytime a lot of people don't know this because they aren't obsessed like we are or part of it, is that anytime you get a new studio head or somebody coming in charge, the first thing they do is wipe the slate clean of any of the stink of the other guy. And then we've lost so many great projects because of ego and insecurity.
So it's very, very rare for them to keep a project going.
There's been a couple of guys that
some have done it, yes.
Yeah,
and there's been some really good movies and stuff that have come out because of that.
When you have a person with a modicum of artistic desire or talent in the studio head thing, it's good. But for the most part, they're all just bobs. They're all just a bunch of morons.
They just think about bottom line, and that's it. In 1981, Bakshi released American Pop, an animated jukebox musical that also used rotoscoping, but also included watercolors, live action, and archival footage to trace the history of pop music.
If I remember correctly, it was an interesting movie.
I have never seen it, but I'm really curious because I like jukebox musicals. I think that it's music and it's fun.
Yeah.
And apparently it's through the eyes of like one family and like 4 generations and like all this stuff, and it sounds really great.
I think it's like an immigrant family
that
comes in. It's... Because of Lord of the Rings, I did have an affection and a a fandom for Bakshi, and I would watch what he did. Like, I think
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings was probably the first thing I saw, because I was 8.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I was watching
saw
Fritz the Cat
Yeah,
at 6. Like, ooh, cat wieners. But you know what? Wasn't anatomically correct. It was human wieners on a cat.
Okay.
But man, he made it hard. He made it hard to be a big fan of his. Challenging.
I know. American Pop would make $6 million against a $5 million budget and receive mixed reviews. It's one of those that's become more culty as time has gone.
Well, I suggested that we do a Bakshi month.
Yeah.
More of his interesting
stuff. Yeah, the stuff
rather than his commercial flops.
Yeah. 1982 saw the release of Hey Good Lookin', which had actually been completed in 1975 as a mix of animation and live action. At the time in 75, it was just the main characters that were done. They were animated and surrounded by live action supporting actors.
Yeah.
But they hadn't shot any of the live action stuff. It was just the main characters that were animated. It wasn't released due to the backlash to his feature Coonskin and the studio thinking the movie didn't work. Apparently, I was reading more. Apparently, because of Coonskin, he had a bunch of black animators that quit.
Really?
Yeah.
Coonskin wasn't very racially sensitive.
Yeah.
Hence the goddamn title.
Yeah, it was. It was a swing and a miss.
Again, probably not the best movie for a lily white boy to make.
No. When it was released in 1982, Hey Good Lookin', the entire movie had been animated, but it was largely ignored by the American public. It received mixed reviews, but people just didn't care.
Well, also, adult animation wasn't very popular.
No, especially in the early 80s. It just wasn't.
And it wasn't really its own genre. It was an outlier.
Yeah.
It was all Disney back then.
Yeah.
Basically, they
actually
dominated.
really bad Disney.
Yeah.
The period of the late 70s, early 80s was such bad Disney.
Yeah.
That's when you were getting the Rescuers Down Under and stuff. It was which is it's fine, but it just wasn't as interesting.
The Rescuers.
No, it's their earlier stuff, like the stuff in the 50s and 60s, were much more interesting. Anyway, by this point, fantasy films were making a comeback with moviegoers, beginning with Hawk the Slayer in 1980 and continuing with Clash of the Titans, The Beastmaster, and of course the granddaddy of them all, Conan the Barbarian, proved that sword and sorcery movies could make a profit.
And don't forget, sword and sorcery.
Right. But that did not make a profit.
No.
Not like Clash of the Titans, The Beastmaster, and Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Barbarian was like a $10 million budget, and it made almost $400 million.
We were dying for it,
It
man.
was insane how big that movie is.
Because it was so cool.
Yeah, people loved it.
It was great. It had James Earl Jones turning into a snake, baby.
There's a great story that I read about Arnold Schwarzenegger and James Earl Jones and how James Earl Jones was brought on pretty late into the production, but him and Schwarzenegger became really close friends because Schwarzenegger would teach him how to stay in shape, and then James Earl Jones taught him how to act.
This is what you do. You have to do some reps for your biceps and for your glutamus maximus. Well, yes, and what you need to do is learn how to use your emotions.
Is there a way you can lose your accent?
Oh, never. Yeah, there are lots of Austrian barbarians.
There is more emotions than just screaming.
Well, that's why he didn't speak.
I know.
In Conan. That was it's his greatest role.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal movie. Absolutely
He
phenomenal.
was great. And I huge talent crush on James Earl Jones because of Star Wars.
Yeah.
And
he's so good. I mean, he's just good.
He's great. Rest his soul.
Clash of the Titans was the reason that I became so obsessed with Greek mythology.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just love that movie. It was so big and epic.
Oh, yeah, it was. With the robot owl.
Yeah, and the giant Cyclops guy that comes out of the ocean.
Oh, the Kraken.
The Kraken, that's what it is.
Unleash the Kraken.
Yeah, it's such a good movie. God, it's such a good movie.
I just remember the underwater scene of the guy unleashing the Kraken.
Bakshi was interested in the sword and sorcery craze, but the main reason he started Fire and Ice was to work with his longtime friend Frank Frazetta. Frazetta started working in comic books at a young age, inking and eventually penciling books and strips. He worked for Al Cap's studio for 7 years until suddenly quitting over money.
Yeah, he wasn't there for the art.
No. He'd penciled the Little Abner Sunday strip.
Hold on. Al Cap is the one about the British guy who beats his wife, right? The British drunk, the guy with the cap, and he's like, and he's always like...
No, I think don't think so.
I think so.
Al Cap was the guy that actually drew the comic
Oh,
strips.
okay. What am I thinking of?
I think Andy Cap. You're thinking of Andy.
Is it Andy Cap?
I think so. No, Al Cap was he had a ton of like strips that he did. He was like a machine. Like they were all under his name, but he had everybody else writing them and drawing all these comics and stuff.
He had Little Abner. He had Shmoo. He had Fearless Frodrick or Fosdick.
Fosdick.
Yes, Fearless Fosdick. Yeah, and just a ton.
Yeah, he had a ton of stuff that it was just like a machine, just over and over creating new things.
Shmoo was really interesting, though.
Shmoo was, yeah.
He was like a dick and balls. He was like exactly what he looked like. A cross between a seal and very Caucasian dick and balls.
Yeah. After getting small gigs here and there, United Artists called Frank Frazetta after seeing his back cover parody ad of Ringo Starr in Mad Magazine.
I'm pretty sure I remember that. Might even have it.
It was. I had brought, and I will post it on social media. But it had essentially it was like a portrait of Ringo Starr for a shampoo, and the shampoo was called Blech. But it looked really good. It was really cute.
Love Mad Magazine.
So United Artists wanted him to paint the poster of their new film What's New Pussycat, written by Woody Allen. In fact, it was Woody Allen's first movie.
Ooh.
And Frank Frazetta received a year's salary in one afternoon.
Nice.
By painting one film poster, he made as much money as he did for the entire year doing Little Abner comics.
Well, he was paid 16 cents a day.
It was not a
Al
lot.
Cap was an a-hole.
It was not a lot.
I don't know if he was.
But it was incredible. So, of course, Frank Frazetta was like, well, I'm going to do more of this. He did more movie posters, including The Fearless Vampire Killers and Mad Monster Party.
Listen to our Mad Monster Party show, which is one of my favorite movies.
So good. Both came out in 1967, and then also he did the poster for The Gauntlet in 1977 with Clint Eastwood.
Love that movie.
Amazing poster.
He had a style that was so unique.
Yeah.
It was like this hybrid of realism and cartoon that blended the two genres in such a way that nobody had ever really done before.
Yeah. At the same time, Frazetta was painting covers for mass-market paperbacks. He is credited with bringing new interest to Edgar Rice Burroughs' Mars books, his Venus books, the Hollow Earth books, and his most famous creation, Tarzan.
Tarzan, me Tarzan, you Jane. Me no like Jane, me like Cheetah. Been in jungle long time. Tarzan get lonely.
He fulfilled my need.
Right. Reason why Tarzan called king of animals. Take off loincloth, do bad things.
His covers for Robert E. Howard's Conan series virtually redefined the look for the sword and sorcery genre, leading to Bakshi calling to work on Fire and Ice.
Seems like a dream team, baby.
I know. Bakshi and Frazetta worked together to create the characters for the movie. For the screenplay, they brought on Jerry Conway and Roy Thomas, both of whom had written Conan comics during their career. Conway is known for co-creating The Punisher, as well as Peter Parker's clone Ben Reilly, the supervillain Jackal, and the first Ms. Marvel.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's got a good pedigree.
Yeah.
He also wrote the story that contained the death of Gwen Stacy during his long run on The Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, man. Spider-Man was bummed.
It was sad. At DC, he created the superheroes Firestorm, Power Girl, Jason Todd, and the villain Killer Croc.
Ooh, Jason Todd. Didn't he become Red Skull?
Was it Red Skull?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, well, in at least the modern comics.
Is it Red Skull? It was Red something.
Red Hood. Sorry,
Red Hood. Let's say Red Skull, I think, was Captain America.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep.
I know. It's comics, man. They're crazy.
They rip each other off.
Thomas actually introduced Conan to the comics world in October of 1970. He also co-created the characters
Vision, Doc Samson, Carol Danvers, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Ultron, Yellow Jacket, Defenders, Man-Thing, Red Sonja, Morbius, Ghost Rider, Squadron Supreme, Invaders, Black Knight, Nighthawk, Grandmaster, Banshee, Sunfire, Thundra, Archon, Killraven, Wendell Vaughn, Red Wolf, Red Guardian, Damien Hellstorm, and Valkyrie.
Yeah, it's like half of those characters are in the MCU right now. So
it's all these great names. Wendell Vaughn.
Yeah, Wendell Vaughn. Bakshi received $1.2 million to finance Fire and Ice from some of the same investors as American Pop, and 20th Century Fox agreed to distribute the film based upon the financial longevity of wizards.
It is so depressing that these guys that created some of the most iconic characters in comic book history came up with these characters.
Well, they didn't create the characters. Bakshi and Frazetta did.
But they could have sussed them out, given them some...
I agree with you. It's just they could have written the goddamn story better.
Yes! I mean...
Something, anything. A plot. I need a plot.
It is so... I feel as though these guys just went away for a weekend, got really high, and were like, whatever, let's just write something. It's almost as though they turned in their outline, and they're like, okay, let's just make that.
The script could not have been more than 10 pages long.
No.
I mean, it's what? And then he runs more, and then he runs more, and then he's still running.
And then he stops running, and then he runs again.
And then Darkwolf saves him.
Yes. Bleh.
Due to the film being very action-heavy, Bakshi once again decided to rotoscope the film. Despite the rotoscoped actors getting top billing, Bakshi decided to dub a bunch of characters with voice actors.
Okay.
I think that decision came in pretty late.
Well, look, you may look the part, but you don't sound the part.
Yeah, that happens.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So Larn, our hero, Johnny Ponytail, was performed by Randy Norton.
Randy Norton.
He sounds like a WWE wrestler.
Yes.
Or back in the day, WWF.
Randy Norton, I'm going to take you and I'm going to put you in the closet and I'm going to rip you apart.
His heel name would be Johnny Ponytail.
Yes.
I'm Johnny Ponytail, a.k.a. Randy Norton.
I will spit my water out. Okay. Norton made his acting debut on an episode of Little House on the Prairie in 1981.
Of course he did.
His character, Seth, is killed.
Yeah, well, Little House on the Prairie, man, that was a rough prairie.
You know what's funny? Everyone thinks of that as being like, oh, this is a feel-good show, and oh my God.
No.
Some really messed up stuff happens on that show.
Dude, to the leads.
Yeah.
Half pint.
Yeah.
And then her sister goes blind. And then...
They had the whole episode where there was a clown that was, like, raping children.
Yes!
It's like, what is going on in this show?
Yeah, it was not... It was not Highway to Heaven, babies. It was Highway to Hell. My favorite thing about that show is that Michael Landon, as an FU to the studio, the last episode, they blew up the entire town, and they were like, you'll never use these sets ever again.
Yeah. You know, it's funny, though. They did, like, 4 TV movies after
I
that.
know. He was hoist by his own petard.
He was.
But I still give him credit.
I've been threatening to watch Little House on the Prairie for so long, and then I remember there's like 8,000 episodes, and I'm like, I can't do it.
Dude, I watched
no
it.
way.
I
There's
watched
no
it.
way.
I watched all those stupid shows like that, and the Waltons, and all
Yeah.
these big old family shows.
The Waltons, I think, was more like what people think Little House on the Prairie was.
Exactly. The Waltons was very... Good night, Time Boy.
Yeah.
Good night, Susie May. Good night, Booger Dudes.
Very milquetoast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, John Boy was a writer, Adam, and
I know.
he was telling the story of his family.
I'm sure it's a great show. There's a time and place for that.
Grandpa Walton and Grandma Walton, they were frisky. Every episode was about them getting it on.
Well, they had to make more babies.
Good night, Grandma.
She does her best Necron impression.
Yes. Okay, let's just, for 1 second, can we talk about that?
Let's talk about it when we get to
Okay,
Necron.
okay.
We'll get to Necron. Randy Norton's feature film debut was in Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker that same year.
I love that title.
Which also, like, 3 other actors in this were in. So at some point we have to cover that movie.
Yes.
We've talked about it like 15 times.
Yeah.
I love that title so good.
Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. You know, whoever came up with that was like,
It was like
pat on the back.
bang, bang. Yeah.
I earned my cookie today.
Fire and Ice was his quote-unquote only lead. Unfortunately, his career never really took off, and his last credit is in 1987 with the TV movie Cracked Up, about a high school track star that has never tried anything stronger than pot until an older temptress gets him hooked on crack cocaine.
That's how it always happened. That's how it always happened. Some horrible woman, because let's face it,
Yeah.
Eve, you know,
Yeah,
women
yeah.
are temptresses since the beginning of time.
Got to tie those together, otherwise what's the point?
God, crack cocaine was such a boogeyman. You know, my favorite was PCP. PCP,
Oh, yeah.
I still don't really understand PCP. It's one of the drugs I've never done.
Yeah.
I might have taken
you
a
will
hit.
never do it because no one's making it anymore.
No, but I think I may have smoked a joint dipped in PCP, or at least took a hit or two because I was like, this isn't pot. But it didn't make me a Superman and jump through windows and stuff.
Yeah.
But PCP was like the scariest drug. You know, it turned you into the Incredible Hulk, as they say.
Yeah. There was an episode of Cops where a guy was on PCP, big dude.
Yeah.
They shot him like 5 times in the chest, and he kept coming at them.
Yeah.
And they were like, what do you do? Like, they literally got in their squad cars, wait for him to fall down.
You know that the U.S. military did a lot of experiments with
Oh,
BCP.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
To
Oh,
their
yeah.
soldiers.
Make super soldiers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
MK Ultra, baby. Listen to our sister podcast, Conspiracies.
It's funny, though, because I'm sure somebody probably makes it now, but there was a guy, I found out when I was doing my grand jury service that there was one guy that made like 99% of the PCP in the country. And when he got caught, it just disappeared.
Yeah. It was like Quaaludes.
Yeah.
You never see Quaaludes anymore.
No.
That's the one drug I really wish I had.
I would have liked to have tried Quaaludes, yeah.
You know, I heard that a beer and a Quaalude was the best buzz.
Yeah.
Oh, 70s. So quaint.
The character.
If you've ever done Quaaludes, please email us
Email
at
us at genxfilespodcast@gmail.com.
Let us know what it's like.
And if you have Quaaludes,
Yeah, I mean-
email us at genxfilespodcast.
Have you over for dinner or something, maybe.
We're not soliciting anything.
No,
we just want to talk about it. We want to talk about
Yeah,
it.
just see what they look like.
Yeah.
Sniff them.
Yeah. Larn was voiced by William Ostrander. Ostrander also performed and voiced Prince Taro. I assume that using Ostrander for Larn was a last-minute decision, but we'll talk more about him when we talk about Prince Taro.
Okay.
Tigra, the daughter and princess of the Volcano King. I like to call them the Volcano People.
Well, what else? I mean, they didn't give him a name, did they?
No, they called it Volcano Keep. So, I mean, I was like, all right. It was performed by Cynthia Leek. Bakshi and Frazetta had a difficult time finding an actress with the right voluptuous physique to model Tigra for the live-action footage they used as a reference for animation.
Because that type of human doesn't exist?
No, it does not. Frazetta drew front and side views of Tigra, had them enlarged to about 6 feet high, and hung them up in the office.
Just to shame the actress playing her.
No, well, they were looking... He said they were looking for a girl who fit the outlines. They never found someone with the perfect physique, though Frazetta said they had.
A lot of fun looking.
As about 50 beautiful women wearing bikinis stood in front of the drawings.
Gross. These comic book guys, man.
Yeah. They finally cast actress Cynthia Leek, but still had to make her breasts larger in the animated version. She also wouldn't wear a thong, so artists had to convert her full bikini bottoms into a thong.
Ooh, super big hard stretch.
I'm sure they probably made her butt bigger, too.
Good God. Put your thong on. I'm not wearing a thong, you creeps.
It's like you don't need... I could
This
literally...
is animated.
I could be wearing a full bodysuit.
Yeah,
Like, it doesn't matter. You don't need to put me in a bikini.
Putting on my sweats, pervs.
Leek made her acting debut in an episode of Buck Rogers in the 25th century in 1980.
Hey guys.
Yay!
Sorry, ears burning.
Yeah.
Colonel Wilma Deeren here.
Hey, Colonel Wilma.
She was super nice. You know, I felt bad for her for firing ass, but you know what's so weird?
What's up?
Firing ass in the 25th century is a huge hit. Everybody loves it.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's the only animated movie that survived.
Okay.
So that's probably the reason. Anyway, good talking to you guys.
All right.
Buck Rogers and shenanigans. Gotta go get him a Twiggy.
Bye.
Haven't heard from her in a
Hey,
while.
yeah, it's good because she popped back in.
Aw.
Leek's feature film debut was in Xanadu as a backup singer. She also appeared in The Great Muppet Caper.
Listen to our Xanadu episode.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's a good episode. It's
And,
a good movie.
It is a good movie. It is. I loved that movie as a kid.
It's so silly.
I wish we watched that instead.
She appeared in 15 episodes of Days of Our Lives. She only acted until 1987, with her final role being on an episode of Dynasty. She retired from acting, but sadly in 1993 died in a plane crash with her 13-year-old daughter at the age of 37.
Good Lord.
Yeah, they crashed in North Carolina. Yeah, it was sad. I think it was a tiny plane, and yeah, it just sucks.
You don't hear that a lot.
No.
Well, I guess actually you do. There are a lot of
Yeah,
celebs
it happens.
that died.
It happens, yeah.
The Big Bopper died in a plane crash.
Yeah, ask Leonard Skinner.
Oh, well, that was a blessing to the music industry.
It's a blessing to everyone.
If only it got all the skins, but
Yeah, I know.
I'm kidding.
Awful. Ooh, awful. Okay.
I hate Leonard Skinner. I hate Southern Fried Rock, baby.
I know.
Freebird.
They were.
F you.
Tigra was voiced by Maggie Roswell.
Ooh.
Leek didn't voice Tigra because of her thick Southern accent, which Bakshi didn't think was fitting for a princess.
Hey, y'all. I got to get over home to my fireplace.
Lauren! I need you to save me, Lauren!
Lauren boy. What y'all doing, pony boy? You got that ponytail at all, huh?
Good night, Lauren.
Nah.
Roswell's name might not sound familiar, but if you've watched The Simpsons, you've definitely heard her voice. She's performed as
Maud Flanders, Helen Lovejoy, Miss Hoover, and Luann Von Houten.
She actually left The Simpsons in spring of 1999 after a pay dispute with Fox.
I this is so effed up, dude, because I remember this, and I was like, oh, man, the way that Fox portrayed this made her the villain.
Yeah.
But reading this, Fox is
she's-
such a group of a-holes.
Yeah. Fox originally reported that she decided to quit only because she was tired of flying between Denver and Los Angeles for the recording sessions. Roswell announced that she had asked for a raise not only because she was tired of traveling, but because of the increasing cost of flight tickets. She was paying herself to fly there.
Why? What? It's Fox, man.
And on top of this is the weird thing. So what happened is that during the whole time she was there, she would fly in on a Friday to do a table read and then fly home and then fly back on Sunday night, do a whole recording on Monday and then fly home. So she was doing it twice a week. Yeah, it wasn't Friday. It was earlier in the week. But like she would fly out twice a week essentially to do this. And she was paying for it herself.
Why? What in what world? I mean, it's in the 80s, I guess, but in what world are actors for a network show, not only a network show, the most popular show in the history of Fox.
Yeah.
And they can't pay for her effing flights?
She was paid $1,500 to $2,000 per episode during the 3 seasons before she left, and she asked Fox for a raise to $6,000 per episode. However, Fox only offered her a $150 raise, which did not even cover the travel costs, so she decided to quit. She said,
I was part of the backbone of The Simpsons, and I don't think the money I asked for was exorbitant. I wasn't asking for what the other cast members make. I was just trying to recoup all of the costs I had in travel. If they'd flown me in, I'd still be working.
Now, understand that at this point, the 6 main cast members of the show were paid $125,000 an episode.
Yeah, and I think they're now up to like $1 million something, right?
She was getting $2,000 an episode, and they were getting $125,000 an episode.
And she was playing pretty integral. Helen Lovejoy.
Yes.
And
Maud Flanders.
Yes.
I mean, it's...
What about the children?
She was literally the Simpsons neighbor. Like, it was so... They're just so stupid.
And amazing in that show.
Yeah,
I am a
so good.
Simpsons super fan, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I have seen every episode of that show. I still watch it when it comes on. I still love it. I think it's great. But, man, does that chap my...
So Fox being assholes, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, the Murdochs.
As a result of Roswell's departure, Marsha Miltzman Gavin was hired to voice her characters, with Maud Flanders killed off in the episode Alone Again, Natra Diddley.
Oh, so tough. Homer killed her with a T-shirt gun.
Yeah, but they literally killed her off because she left the show.
Yeah, they're so vindictive.
Roswell returned to The Simpsons in 2002 in the season premiere of the 14th season, in which Maud made an appearance as a ghost.
Yeah.
She reached a deal with Fox to record her lines from her Denver home. The dispute ended, and Roswell remained on the show.
Well, good, because there was an absence without her, and I think the fans knew it, and I think Fox knew it, and I'm glad that they were able to find some sort of agreement, but... Truth be told, she should have been getting $15,000 an episode, flown in first class, and given first class accommodations.
It's like, give her money to set up a studio in your house. Like, it would have been so much easier. Just like, here's $10,000, build a studio in your house, record your lines.
It's not like they were making, I don't know, $1 billion in merchandising at that time.
Yeah. I mean, the main characters were being paid over $500,000.
The Murdochs are as ugly on the inside as they are on the outside.
They are.
That old man looks like a diseased toe.
He is a diseased toe. He grew from a diseased toe.
He did.
Yeah.
Little people don't know that.
She made her feature film debut in Midnight Madness in 1980, playing a sorority girl. She's done a bunch of live action stuff. She's done a ton of TV guest appearances, and so far has appeared on 296 episodes of The Simpsons.
And counting.
And counting. Yeah, she's still doing shows.
Good. Glad they fixed that up.
Yeah. Dark Wolf, the mysterious masked warrior, was performed and voiced by Steve Sandor.
Yeah, baby.
Sandor grew up near Pittsburgh and was a steelworker before joining the Air Force. There, he trained sentry dogs while serving as a police officer.
It's the most manly thing we've ever said on this show.
No, I think it's up there with the guy who choked out Steven Seagal.
Red?
Yeah.
I just saw him in something too, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Sandor made his film debut in the Western Rough Night in Jericho in 1967, playing a bit part. The film stars Dean Martin, George Peppard, and Slim Pickens.
Oh, Slim Pickens.
His first TV appearance was in the original Star Trek in the second season episode, The Gamesters of Triskelion.
Ooh, you know, I was just thinking, I had the Mego Star Trek dolls.
Oh, yeah.
And I had the Enterprise playset. which was one of the coolest things ever, because the transporter, you'd put the guy in and you'd spin it.
Oh.
And it looked like the transporter.
Oh, nice.
And then when it stopped spinning,
He was gone.
the dude was gone.
Wow, that's
it was
cool.
so cool. My stepdad was so afraid of me becoming a homosexual that he, one day when I was at school, took all of my dolls, my G.I. Joes, my Migos, probably worth today tens of thousands of dollars, threw them all in a box, took them to the dump.
Ugh,
And I came home and I'm like, where are all my toys? He's like, time to grow up.
that's evil.
I was 8, 7, 8. I'm not bitter about it.
No,
all.
no, not at all. Not at all.
I don't know how I was able to get. I guess the action figures weren't like dolls.
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
was eyeing those.
Maybe he just
too.
couldn't find him.
Yeah, well, I didn't have them yet, but
Oh,
somehow I guess they weren't as egregious as.
He's made appearances also in
Gunsmoke, Ironside, The Streets of San Francisco, Starsky and Hutch, Chips, Charlie's Angels, Fantasy Island, Three's Company, The A-Team, Knight Rider, The Fall Guy, and Hardcastle at McCormick.
He might be most well known for playing the doomed biker gang leader in the Ninth Configuration in 1980.
Okay.
Remember the Ninth Configuration?
Do not.
It was the film was William Peter Blatty's directorial debut and the second in his trilogy of faith after The Exorcist in 1973, and then followed up by The Exorcist 3 in 1990.
Was this had to do with the devil
Yeah, it had something to do with summoning the devil, I believe.
for bikers?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I saw
I
you
don't
guys.
remember exactly, but yeah.
Hey guys, it's the devil here. Saw you had your Hell's Angels gang, and I was like, hey, that sounds fun. I'm just gonna ride with you guys for a little while. Is that cool?
The film stars Stacy Keach, Robert Loggia, Scott Wilson, and Jason Miller.
Well, that sounds like a cool cast. I think I need to see it.
Never seen this. I'm kind of curious. Sandor's last role was doing voiceover for Superman, the animated series in 1998.
Good show.
I think he really retired after that. He died in Las Vegas on April 5th, 2017 at the age of 79.
No.
Necron, the son of Queen Juliana and perhaps Dark Wolf.
What?
There's a theory online that Dark Wolf, the reason that he hates Juliana so much is because he got her pregnant and then Necron was such an ass that he decides he has to murder them both.
Oh my God.
Ralph Bakshi was like, I don't think that's the case. Like, we never talked about that. So.
That's a lot more plot than we have in.
And already, that sounds more interesting than what was shown.
Our movie's pretty bland. I don't think. Save that for another movie.
It was Necron was performed by Sean Hannon. He is the one that made the orgasming sound. Do you want to talk about this?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so this movie opens up with what is 100% an O-face.
Oh, you hear him orgasming before you see him.
And then you're like, oh, well, that's not. Oh, and then you look at his face, it really looks pornographic. And then cutting to all these giant white things shooting out.
This giant beams shooting into the sky.
Oh my God, it was disgusting. It was. I would have given it an R rating just for that.
I can just imagine that Bakshi and Frazetta were sitting there going, do you think people are going to understand this? Do you think they're going to get it?
You think they're gonna understand this is an allegory for ejaculation?
No, I think he needs to moan more.
I think we need to make it more apparent.
I think he needs to arch his back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could we get somebody to actually masturbate him?
God. So Sean Hannon made his TV debut in an episode of Police Story in 1978.
Nice.
That same year, he made his feature film debut in Born Again, a movie about Charles Colson repenting for his sins during the Watergate scandal by becoming Christian.
Yeah, sure. Sure he did.
Yeah,
sure.
It was co-written by Charles Colson, so...
Yeah. Just then, when he was going to go to jail or...
Yeah. I mean, he did. I mean, technically, he did go to jail.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's. But we've talked about Born Again before. There's somebody else in it that we've talked about.
Well, the theory is is that he was angling for a pardon.
Yeah.
And figured if he had this quoties
Right.
conversion.
Being
that-
born again?
Yeah.
Fire and Ice was by far Sean Hannon's biggest role. Ironically, after becoming a cartoon character in the movie, Hannon became a visual effects artist, working on...
Iron Fist, The Defenders, Blind Spot, Mary Poppins Returns, Glass, Warrior, and Old.
Yeah, he does VFX now, and works for different VFX houses, and it's still working.
Working for M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, he works for him quite a bit.
Look at that, I said his name.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Yep.
I can't tell if it's racist or not, but it's not intended as such.
Yeah. Shyamalan. Shyamalan?
Sure.
Okay. Necron was voiced by Stephen Mendel. Mendel, a Canadian, made his feature film debut in the French language film Les Chenchots, which translates to hot dog cops.
Oh, hey, how's it going, eh? Look, I don't like the look of that hot dog, eh? Okay? It's, I'm not talking about your wiener, put it away, huh? I'm talking about that hot dog in the bun, eh? So, I don't care how many loonies you made. Oh, wait, this is supposed to be in French, eh?
Yeah.
French Canadian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Les Chenchots. Les Chenchots.
Les Chenchots, eh? Let's put them hot dogs away, eh?
I literally all I read was hot dog cops. I didn't even look to see what the show was about or the movie was about. I was just like, okay.
Hot dog cops.
Hot dog cops.
I mean, cops like hot dogs?
I guess.
Or-
I'm going to have to look deeper into it because I don't understand.
Or were like they like dog cops with a fever? I mean, what?
Yeah, they're just really warm dogs that happen to be cops.
Hey, look, hey, we're police dogs, and man,
Well,
we're panting because gotta open up a window in the car, eh? Because we're hot dog cops.
The only thing weirder than the French are French Canadians.
Yes, and I love them. I'll tell you, Quebec, when I was there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It was freezing cold weather. We got out of a club. We're walking down the street and approached by the nicest prostitutes I have ever encountered in my life. How's it going, eh? Would you like a cuddle? It only costs you a couple of loonies, eh? Come on. What do you say, handsome? Oh, okay. Oh, no, thank you. No problem, eh? You just go on home. Have a safe trip home, okay?
Nice. Mendel has had a long career doing voiceover and live action. In 1985, he was cast in Night Heat, appearing in 95 episodes of the CBS show over 4 seasons. It was a Canadian show, but they aired it on CBS.
Okay.
It was shot in Toronto. It was set in the way they described it was set in a city that kind of looked a little bit like New York City, but a lot like Toronto.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of... Toronto has replaced New York in a lot of productions.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper.
It is way cheaper. He voiced Splinter in 25 episodes of Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation in 1997.
Oh, nice.
He's appeared or voiced in over 95 projects. He most recently can be seen on an episode of NCIS Los Angeles.
I'm looking forward to watching that when I turn 67.
Yeah, I legally can't watch it until I get older.
No. You get your Metamucil and you get your NCIS, and then it's time to go.
And you get a free AARP membership.
That's right.
And then a million spam emails.
And then the shingles.
Yeah. And then, oh no, get the vaccine. Get
the vaccine, people.
Don't get shingles. King Gerald, the leader of the volcano people, was performed and voiced by Leo Gordon.
One of the most fascinating human beings on the planet.
Gordon is a character actor who appeared in more than 170 projects over his career, mostly playing bad guys.
There's a reason for that.
Yep. And one of his early films, Riot in Cell Block 11, released in 1954, director Don Siegel called him
The scariest man I've ever met.
Gordon served 5 years in San Quentin State Prison for armed robbery, during which he was shot several times point blank by police and obviously survived.
Yeah, he was like, do it again. Give me another one.
Maybe he was on PCP.
Give me another one. Give me another one.
Riot in Cell Block 11 was filmed at Folsom State Prison, where Gordon served time, and the Folsom warden remembered him as a troublemaker.
Yeah, I remember you. You were a troublemaker.
At first, he refused to allow the film to be shot there if Gordon was to be in it, but Siegel was able to convince him that Gordon was no threat to the prison.
Gave him 6 cartons of smokes.
Probably. He worked with John Wayne a number of times, including Hondo in 1953, The Conqueror in 1956 with John Wayne playing Genghis Khan.
Well, let me tell you this, pilgrims. I'm Genghis Khan, and I'm coming to conquer you in my horse and with my hat and my strangely racist-looking eyes.
And the mustache.
Oh, my God,
the
yes.
most racist mustache ever.
Oh, my God. It was, if you have a chance, we're going to have to cover this movie.
It is, yeah. It is fascinating because it's the movie that they shot in New Mexico, and like 90% of the cast and crew have died from cancer.
For the worst movie ever. It wasn't like they died from cancer for The Godfather.
No.
It was for this horribly racist, awful Mongolian movie with John Wayne playing Genghis Khan. That's why they got cancer.
It was karma. It was karma.
Karma for making a horrible movie.
He also worked with John Wayne on McClintock in 1963.
I love that movie.
It's a good movie. After Fire and Ice, he started taking whatever jobs he could, including
The Garbage Pail Kids movie, Big Top Pee-wee, Saturday the 14th Strikes Back, and Alienator. Not even Saturday the 14th, but it's
the
horrible sequel.
sequel.
Saturday the 14th Strikes Back.
I think he was getting older, and that he was just kind of like, okay, whatever comes my way, I'm going to do it.
It's either this or I go back to doing crimes.
He did appear in Maverick in 1994 as a poker player.
Oh, yeah.
There was a reason for that, and we'll get to that in a second. His last film role was in the TV movie The Adventures of Young Indiana Jones, Hollywood Follies, playing Wyatt Earp.
Nice.
Yeah. Gordon was also a screenwriter, working with the Corman brothers, Roger and Gene.
Ooh.
An early hit of his was The Crybaby Killer, released in 1958, featuring an unknown Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
He co-created the show The Case of the Dangerous Robin, which ran for 44 episodes between 1960 and 1961.
Yeah, that was when Robin and Batman broke up. Robin kind of got on the edge, and he was like, maybe I'm a criminal, maybe I'm not.
He started crack cocaine.
Yes. Yes. Yes, because of a woman.
Now I'm dangerous.
Because Batgirl was tempted him with the crack cocaine.
She was essentially the Yoko Ono of, of Batman and Robin.
If you smoke this crack cocaine, it'll make you a better crime fighter.
He wrote nearly 50 scripts each for Bonanza, Cheyenne, and Maverick.
Ooh.
Which is part of why they had him in the movie at the end.
Right.
The Maverick 1994 movie with Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Is James Garner is such a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a huge guilty pleasure for me. I think I saw it at just the right time.
Yeah.
I was the right age, and it was like, okay.
It's fun. I had a friend that worked on that.
Oh, yeah.
He was a camera assistant and worked a lot with Milos Forman. And
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He worked with some of the greatest. But he remembered being on that movie and how amazing James Coburn was and what a just sweet, amazing dude he was. But the thing was, he had such bad arthritis that his hands were just claws.
Yeah,
Poor son of a bitch, man.
Yeah, it sucked. Gordon's last writing credit was in 2024, getting an original screenplay credit for the short film The Terror, originally writing the feature in 1963.
Ooh.
Gordon died at the age of 78 on December 26, 2000.
Of pure rage.
He might have had cancer. I mean, he was on the Conqueror, so who knows?
Yeah, probably.
His ashes are in a columbarium at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. And guess what? I just learned what a columbarium is.
What is it?
It is essentially a structure that houses urns.
Okay.
You can go in, and then there's urns everywhere.
God damn it. I mean, the whole point of being cremated is not to take up space.
I know.
I hate, just like you, cemeteries and golf courses, baby.
Yeah, they're a waste. They're a waste of space.
And water.
And water. A lot of water. Golf courses are worse
Yeah.
because, I'm not trying to grow the dead bodies.
No, but they have grass everywhere
I
in
know,
these cemeteries. It's not just a dirt patch
Should be.
like the old West.
But I love learning new words, and columbarium was something I'd never heard of before.
Yeah, we got to start using that.
Yeah. Prince Taro, or Taro, I'm going to say Taro. Prince Taro.
It's Taco.
Nope. He was the son of King Gerald of the Volcano People.
Son of Prince Taro of the Volcano People.
Performed and voiced by William Ostrander. Ostrander actually started as a bodybuilder. He was really tall. He's like 6'2", 6'3".
Oh.
A big guy. He's a big dude. He has appeared in an Arnold Schwarzenegger home video in 1982 about bodybuilding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fire and Ice was his first feature, but he's most well known for another movie that came out in 1983, Christine, playing Buddy, the bully who tortures Arnie and is then killed by Christine.
He was so good.
He was so good in this movie.
He was very similar to John Travolta in Carrie.
Yeah.
And he had that same kind of hair and those sideburns. I remember those teeth.
Those sharp sideburns. Yeah.
But the scene where Christine takes out Buddy, is that?
Yeah, Buddy.
When Christine takes out Buddy, this is one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
Yeah. It's such a good. I need to see it again. It's been such a long time.
We should cover it this year.
We'll cover it this year. In 1985, he was in 4 episodes of the TV miniseries North and South, Book 1.
Everybody was.
Yeah, it was a big cast. After appearing in 4 episodes of Knots Landing in 1986, he sold all of his possessions and went to work in Namibia for a year doing conservation work.
I love him.
He was just like, all right, I think I'm done. And then he just left.
But people that can make that type of turn in their life is fascinating to me.
Well, especially with this guy. I mean, because I'm sure he could have been kept acting.
Sure.
He was getting jobs.
Yeah.
He returned to acting in 1997, appearing in a few TV series, culminating with playing the second assistant director in Mulholland Drive in 2001.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He then proceeded to stop acting again, and he now owns a contracting business.
Sure. What's next?
He didn't find acting to be as fulfilling as he hoped, so he only does it on occasion. In 2016, you know what's next? He stood as the Democratic candidate for the 24th California Congressional District, which is in the Central Coast and includes San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara. It was just up there not too long ago.
Yeah, but that's super conservative, isn't it?
No.
Oh, really?
No, it's
Santa Barbara.
The last 10 representatives have had, there's been one Republican.
Okay. You got to go a little bit further north for all the...
Yes.
But Central Valley has a lot of...
You go a little further than that. Yeah. It's not too bad, though. San Luis Obispo and stuff, the SLO is is pretty progressive for the most part.
Davis, California has one of the largest populations of the Ku Klux Klan in America.
Oh, wow. Fun.
Fun fact.
Fun. He was seeking to replace retiring 9-term U.S. Representative Lois Capps with a focus on campaign reform.
Not to be confused with Al Caps.
Nope. This is his sister, Lois. He lost the primary to Salud Carbajal, who is still the representative.
Okay.
He's a Democrat. I'm assuming he's running again at the end of this year.
Well, somebody who turns their back on Hollywood to go to Namibia
Yeah.
is probably not a Republican.
No, definitely not. No, he definitely ran as a Democrat.
Yeah.
He has returned to play a role in Terry R. Wickham's Anomaly, but it is still seeking finishing funds.
Nah.
It looked interesting. There's Terry R. Wickham. I don't really know anything about him, but he apparently self-funds all his movies. And he has a couple trailers out, and it looked interesting.
Well, he looks like a politician today. He looks nothing.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. It's interesting because it does not look anything like he did back in the day.
If you told me this was Buddy from,
from Christine.
I would tell you, you're a liar, sir.
Queen Juliana, the evil mother of Necron, was performed by Eileen O'Neill. This is the only credit that Eileen O'Neill has.
Oh.
She was voiced by Susan Tyrrell, and this time, Susan Tyrrell allowed her name to be used in the credits.
Yeah, well, you should have done it last time and
Yeah.
taken the pass on this one, sweetie.
Yeah, I know.
To be condescending.
She didn't get credit in Wizards. If you want to hear more about Tyrell, listen to our Wizards episode that just came out a few weeks ago.
She has an amazing voice, and she has an amazing career.
And I'm pretty sure she did the opening narration for this one, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because gotta get all. The one thing that I will say about Bakshi is he does like to get the exposition out of the way.
Yeah.
But this story needed it inside the story because
yeah.
it was just thinner than a reed.
Oh, it was yeah. The only other two I wanted to talk about were the ones the witch and then her big bodyguard guy, big goofy looking bodyguard guy. But this both the performers and the voice actors, the performance and voice was done by the same actors, and it was the only credit they had.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She was really good.
She sounded familiar. Like
Yeah.
I was like, no, okay, but yeah, this is the only thing that she did.
It was one of the better performances in the movie, and one of the more interesting parts, which is why it lasted 46 seconds.
Yeah, I mean the fact the whole coming back after burning up and stuff was really fascinating.
Yes.
And then it was done.
Yeah, but it was like this.
But again, very inconsequential to everything.
Nothing had any consequence.
No. It was literally like the whole point of it was for her to tell Larn that Tigra is still being kidnapped. And it's like, yeah, we know.
Okay, we got it. We got your exposition, dum-dum. Good Lord. It would have been so much more interesting. That's the thing. It's like, instead of getting captured by the ice goons over and over again, if they had to save her from this, or she...
Yeah.
A thing, too, is that Tigra was so pathetic.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Tigra was such a damsel in distress.
Again, another huge pacing issue scene, where the dude is on the log, the subhuman's on the log coming to her, and she's just like,
He's like 80% dead. She's holding a knife or something.
It was like she easily could have run away.
I get it. She was pampered or whatever, but part of the sword and sorcery, or part of these types of movies, are people rising to the occasion and becoming heroes.
Yes.
There's a little tiny bit of that when she was escaping.
Yeah, she did. She helped, like, in the last battle. She helped kill some of the subhumans.
But even then, I mean, it was so girly, and I don't mean that as a pejorative. I just mean that it's in the sense of what men who don't really know what women are
Yeah, yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, the incel sitch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Bakshi and Frazetta were extremely hands-on during every aspect of the filming process. This drove the stuntmen who played the subhumans crazy because Frazetta was very specific with how they should move.
Ugh.
And, if there's one thing stuntmen like, is being told how to move your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. The eventual final budget for Fire and Ice was $10 million. Part of that was the rotoscoping process, which meant shooting the entire live-action movie in black and white and then animating over the film.
Oh, wow.
Which, I mean, granted, they obviously shot it in front of like screens and stuff. It wasn't like they didn't make sets and things.
Yeah, yeah.
But you have to essentially shoot a whole movie, and then you're making a whole nother movie.
Right.
It's expensive.
It's 2 movies.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Another reason was that over 1,000 background paintings were done for the movie, which was 8 to 10 paintings done per day.
It's crazy. That is so much work.
So much, and it was gorgeous. I mean, it looked great.
It looks great. I mean, that's the problem, though, is that there are these amazing backgrounds and there's this great rotoscoping work, but then there's like the lava scene that looks like it comes right out of Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
It just nothing looked more. There's nothing that looked less like lava than the lava in this movie.
I know.
It looked like soda pop.
And again, also a pacing issue where they had to show the lava coming out 15 different times.
Yes.
And people keep looking and looking and looking. Oh, there's more lava. Oh, look, there's lava. Oh, look, there's more lava. Oh.
Just like the ice.
Yeah, just over and over and over.
The fire people have never seen ice, and the ice people have never seen fire, and F me.
Yeah, yeah. 2 of the background artists that worked on the film were Thomas Kincade and James Gurney. Does the name Thomas Kincade may sound familiar. He was a self-described painter of light, and he gained incredible success from mass marketing the printed reproductions of his paintings and other licensed products by means of the Thomas Kincade Company.
Yeah, I'm a painter of light.
Yeah, he copyrighted that, by the way.
You know that everybody stayed away from him at cocktail parties. Oh, Jesus, there's Kincade. Don't get him started. What do you do? Oh, damn it. Well, I'm a painter of light. I'll be at the bar.
According to Kincaid's company, at one point, 1 in every 20 American homes owned a copy of one of his paintings.
I'm sure we did.
He did a lot of infomercial stuff,
Yeah.
those like write in and all that. I remember his commercials, like the Thomas Kincade. You get your own painting, and his paintings look great.
Oh, yeah.
They were really gorgeous, but it was just that mass market. Despite his success, a lot of critics considered his work kitschy, and Kincade took it personally. He died at the age of 54 in 2012 from acute intoxication of alcohol and diazepam.
I'm a painter of light. Tell me I'm no good. Painter of light.
It's just sad.
It is sad.
Sad story.
Well, ego is so destructive.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
we can see in things happening today.
Yeah.
But yeah, self-importance is the enemy of art.
Yeah, it really is.
You know, there are a few people that can get away with it because they are auteurs or whatever, but most people, that type of arrogance is just masked insecurity.
Yeah. James Gurney became famous from his book series Dinotopia, about a utopia where humans and dinosaurs live together.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Do you remember those?
Oh, my God, yeah.
There are 4 books and a number of media spin-offs. Gurney had studied anthropology and had a dinosaur named after him in 2014.
That is so awesome, and you know that's the highlight of his life.
Hell yeah.
You
Are
know?
you kidding? Those books, if you ever have a chance to check out the Dinotopia books, they are so cool.
Oh, my God, because it integrates dinosaurs and humans in such a practical way, or such
Yes.
a realistic way.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that it seems, quote, scientific, or,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean,
anthropomorphic.
yeah. They're just so cool. They're so cool. One of the layout artists on the film, Peter Chung, also found success from one of his own creations, Eon Flux.
Nice.
Yeah, originally on MTV's Liquid Television, showing 6 parts over 6 episodes in the first season, 5 parts over 5 episodes in the second season. It eventually had a full 10-episode standalone season on MTV, which was super weird.
Liquid Television was one of the greatest animated shows ever.
Loved Liquid Television.
Yeah. Everybody who smoked pot loved Liquid
Eon
Television.
Flux was a huge part of that.
Oh, my God. And it was so good. And F Charlize Theron and
Yeah.
the rest of those assholes for ruining such a great property.
Live action film came out in 2005. It was very loosely based on the original cartoon.
So, and look, I don't blame Charlize, but it was awful. And
Yeah.
it just
Well,
didn't.
and it's not. The original Peter Chung's original creation had such unique animation.
Yes.
And like such a unique style for the
pacing.
people. Yeah, and it was just so good, and it did not need to be a 2-hour movie.
It was weirdly sexual with her licking the gun and stuff, and there was just this badass underground thing about it where you felt weird watching it, but you loved it, and there was none of that in the movie.
Well, and this is the amazing thing is that Aeon Flux, like watching like the first season or the first like 6 episode like mini series, you get more character development from no dialogue than all of Fire and Ice.
Yes.
Like, you learn about these characters with no dialogue at all.
And I would even say Fire and Ice and the movie adaptation put together.
Yes, yeah. Upon release, the movie was panned by critics. Surprise. Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune gave the film 2 stars out of 4 and called it
attractive to look at, but its slow moving, predictable story makes viewing it much like reading a comic book with pages made of lead.
He added that
the constant rhythm of secrets being captured and recaptured and captured and recaptured is after a while more than a bit tiring.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he's not.
He's not wrong. I'm surprised he gave it 2 stars. I mean, it must have been because of the animation.
Well, they really had to hate something to
yeah.
give it. 2 stars was kind of like the worst.
Yeah. Donald Grieg of the Monthly Film Bulletin called the action sequences
impressive enough,
but stated that
the animator's fetishistic fascination with the human form underlines the two-dimensionality of the script, for the artwork is certainly the only fleshing out that characters receive.
Again, not wrong.
Not wrong at all. There is no character development.
Yeah, it's just sad.
That's why this movie is boring, because there's nobody to care about.
Yeah. Unfortunately, audiences would feel the same way, with Fire and Ice taking in a total of $860,000 in box office receipts. After Fire and Ice, Bakshi had a hard time getting projects off the ground. He retired from the industry for a while before returning to TV in 1987. He wouldn't make another movie until 1992 with Cool World, which was also a box office flop.
Yeah, it's just anytime he's working with the studios, he tries too hard. Yeah. He doesn't have that commercial instinct. He's an indie instinct. Make a small story, dude.
He currently sells an art series called Little Guys and Gals, which are fictional portraits of cartoon people. He started doing it during the pandemic. Yeah, he's 86, and he's still painting. He's still working.
Great. Look, the guy is fascinating. He is an artist. Mm-hmm. He just doesn't do well with commercial films.
Yeah.
Except for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Frazetta would never work on another film after Fire and Ice. He died of a stroke on May 10th, 2010, in a hospital near his residence in Florida. In 2010, around that same time, Robert Rodriguez announced that he would direct a live-action remake of the film.
Why?
Bakshi stated that he did not want any involvement with the film, but he agreed to license the rights to Rodriguez. The deal closed shortly after Frazetta's death. On December 18th, 2014, Sony Pictures Entertainment acquired the filming rights to the live-action remake version of the film to be directed by Robert Rodriguez. There has been no advancement since then.
Well, here's the thing. Couldn't do any worse.
Yeah.
Couldn't do any worse. I mean, Robert Rodriguez, if anybody could probably do it, it's him.
Yeah. I'm guessing he just loved it. He probably loved the movie.
Sure.
It was something he grew up with.
Yeah.
Got very heavy nostalgia glasses on. But, and I think that if Robert Rodriguez wanted to do this movie, he could, and it would be okay.
Well, there's something there, man.
Yeah.
There is a good movie buried within the garbage.
Yeah.
If you actually flesh the characters out, made an actual story rather than chase and get, it's like the whole part of him hanging off the back of that goddamn boat.
Which he hung on to for like 4 days or something.
Yeah, he looked very uncomfortable.
It's like, okay, all right.
It didn't matter because then they got on the
because they immediately went back to the volcano people. Like, it was crazy. He went all the way there, and then he was just back. Yeah. And he was like, oh, well, we gotta go use your Shadow Riders or
But
whatever.
They could have rescued her, too.
Yeah, I know.
There wasn't it made no sense, man. Even as a child, I knew this movie was effed up. It didn't, the instincts on this movie were so bad.
Yeah.
And the execution of this movie was so lazy in terms of story.
Yeah.
They spent all their time on the animation, and I get it. They're like, well, that's what's most important. But it doesn't matter if you have the most beautiful animation in the world if your story's garbage.
look, if that's what's most important, then I'm just going to go look at Frank Frazetta's paintings.
Yes.
Because they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I can make up my own story, and it'll be more interesting than what was on screen.
You can have a movie with subpar animation that is great if it has an amazing story.
Exactly.
But you cannot do the reverse.
No. I mean, that's true for any movie.
Yeah.
All movies. If your script is not good, your movie's bad.
Yeah. And it's not just that it's bad, it was lazy.
Yeah.
Lazy. There was no... I mean, did they write it in a weekend?
I don't know.
Did they decide that character development was anathema to this project?
I don't know if the two writers were more constricted by Bakshi and Frazetta.
Yeah.
And just paring things down, or maybe he was afraid of the money situation. Like it's going to get too big and we can't do it. I don't know.
Or they didn't care. They wanted to animate some big busty butted lady.
Yeah.
Running around and getting captured and not captured and captured and not captured while Johnny Ponytail is climbing up trees and Wolf Boy is, shooting arrows and, like I said, the reason why this movie is so, exactly like you said too, the reason why this movie is so frustratingly bad is because there is a germ of a really good movie in there.
There is something that could be so much better.
You have two incredible artists coming together.
Yeah.
And and really good writers of the comic book.
Yeah. I mean, they
genre.
obviously have a really good pedigree.
Yes, they know how to create goddamn characters. We've
Right.
seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen them. But it is thinner than a comic book.
Yeah.
It just seems as though this was kind of their, all right, I guess we'll write it on our off time while we're, writing our Vision comic books.
Maybe they accidentally sent the treatment.
That's what I said.
Bakshi was like, okay.
Yeah, it was the outline. They're like, enough. That's enough. We
We
got
go.
it.
We'll work off this.
Well, what about? No. It's fine. It's fine. Just write us some really generic dialogue, and we're good to go.
We'll call you when we need dialogue. Don't worry. Anyway, all right. Well, that's all I got for this. It makes me sad. The movie is available on Amazon Prime if you want to give it a watch.
And it really it only has 2 commercial breaks. One at the beginning.
If you don't have the upper tier of Amazon Prime,
you're not one of them snoots that's got all the money to have your ad-free Amazon.
But it looks really pretty. It also is available on Canopy, which is one of the library apps. So, and that one is commercial free.
Right.
So if you do have that, do it that way. It looks gorgeous.
Watch it and let us know what you think.
Yeah, email us at genxfilespodcast@gmail.com and let us know if we're totally wrong.
Also, if this was one of your, because I thought I was at the right age for this. Like 13 seems like it. Busty girls and also being hugely into sword and sorcery, loving the Lord of the Rings books, loving every crappy sword and sorcery.
Yeah.
You got a sword and a shield. You have a monster. I'm in.
I'm in. Yeah, let's do it.
But for some reason, even at that age, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And all these monsters and stuff showed up for like 6 seconds, and they were really interesting. Like the giant
lizard
Komodo
guy.
dragon thing.
Yeah, lizard thing.
That came out and destroyed the ice goons and
subhumans
and ate the ice orcs, the dorks.
Yeah.
That was fun, but it needed more of that. It needed more adventure. It needed to have a group of adventurers coming together to solve a problem, not this disparate duo. The movie was most interesting when Darkwolf and Larn were working together.
Yeah.
But they didn't, and it's like, okay, what Darkwolf just shows up
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
He's just always watching, waiting to save Larn.
You know what, dude? You're a weirdo. You're a creepy voyeur, man. It's like, I guess I'll stop masturbating to try to save the day for a second. But yeah, when we decided to do this movie, I remember disliking it. I 100% thought it was a completely different story, to be honest with you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what I was thinking of. There has to be another movie that has this type of,
Plot.
Yeah, not plot, but there's something that I was thinking of
Okay.
that may or may not exist.
Okay.
It might
fair.
be in my own mind. But when I when the movie started, I'm like, oh man, the memories started coming back.
Yeah.
And being like, oh man, this is just not for me.
Yeah, look, man, you can have some of the most talented people, which obviously this movie did, had some of the most talented people working on it, and sometimes it just doesn't work.
Nothing you can do to fix it.
It just doesn't work.
No.
Bummer.
All right, we'll be back next week with our Stepdad show. We'll talk some more about some adult animation and some of the newer stuff that we watched this month.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we'll be back next week.
The last thing of heavy metal with
Oh my God!
bananas.
Ugh. Yeah. So after Wizards, Bakshi directed an he just got assuming he's gonna bid. Jesus Christ, I can't talk.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming, The Greatest American Hero, already in progress.